welcome to Round Town.
1978 Sam Steele Days Parade. 1980, there's a period when
Nestled in the heart of the beautiful East Kootenay region of southeastern British Columbia, Canada, is a vacation experience that you can't afford to miss. British Columbia's Fort Steele Heritage Park.
The park is surrounded by the towering peaks of BC's Rocky Mountains, 16 kilometers from Cranbrook, the region's key city, and only slightly farther from Kimberley, the Bavarian city of the Rockies. Fort Steele Park is a recreation of the typical East Kootenay town of the late 1800s. This look at the park, its many attractions and unique concessions is an open invitation to one and all to step out of the present for a while and journey into the past. Why don't you come on out and spend a day at Fort Steele?
It's history come alive. You can start your journey into the 1890s right after entering the park gates. Yes, it's time to witness a living history scene. Right now, let's join John and Sarah Galbraith. Fort Steele used to be called Galbraith's Ferry.
After you have enjoyed this vignette from the past, just one of the many that occurs 7 days a week, you'll then be drawn to the stage and trail rides. The stagecoach is a leisurely way to learn about turn-of-the-century transport. Tickets are reasonably priced and can be bought at the express office. They also make an excellent souvenir of your visit to the park. You'll thrill to the jiggle and bounce of a stage ride, and it's fun to watch your driver as he gets his horsepower fired up. From up here, you get a great view of the lay of the land. Maybe travel in the 1890s was a bit rustic, but it's great to try, so don't miss it.
After your stage ride, you're faced with a choice. Are you up for a real ride on a real horse? Prime horse flesh awaits you. They're safe, friendly, well-bred, and well-fed. To top it off, Fort Steele's trail ride mounts have an impeccable sense of direction. Maybe you only desire a short ride around the park. Or choose from a daytime or evening sunset excursion. Both are great options, and both will treat your eyes to one of the most fantastic sights anywhere. You'll ride atop the sensational cliff tops of the Kootenay River. You'll capture the grandeur of the Hoodoo Cliffs. It's all there. Just sign up for a ride.
Meanwhile, back on Main Street, there's a ruckus brewing across from the express office. That long line of people is waiting for one of the 2 daily shows at the Wild Horse Theater. Let's go inside and see what all the fuss is about. The Wild Horse Theater, how entertainment should be 1890s style.
Fort Steele is all about taking in the sights and sounds of the Canadian frontier west. After you leave the theater, pause to inhale the aromas and feel the excitement and bustle of an 1890s mining boom town. Check out the sturdy old government building or the reconstructed water tower. From that vantage point, you'll be able to bask in the river valley's grandeur and observe the Kootenay Post Northwest Mounted Police Barracks, which were established by Sam Steele himself.
When you reach Main Street and Riverside Avenue, you'll be impressed by the Windsor Hotel. In 1895, it was the Fort Steele hotspot. Turn the corner, cross the street, and head on into another Fort Steele landmark, Kershaw's General Store. This establishment bears a proud tradition. Except for 2 brief interruptions, it's operated continuously since 1895. Kershaw's is a paradise of 1890s style merchandise. The shelves grown with delicious multicolored candy canes, bowler hats, and fine china dolls. You'll be surprised by the fantastic and intriguing selection of gifts, memorabilia, curios, books, toys, and trinkets. Kershaw's is a place of goodwill and friendly service. It fits perfectly with the overall ambience of Fort Steele. Kershaw's is a place to be enjoyed.
For news of their world, Fort Steele's residents daily turned to the Prospector newspaper. It operated from 1895 to 1905, when the Fort Steele saga came to an end. Nowadays, the Prospector publishes information for park visitors and many items for park staff and concessionaires. East Kootenay locals also come here for distinctive business cards, wedding invitations crafted with fine detail, and many other items. You can also treat yourself to a Prospector wanted poster or take it home as a fine souvenir for a friend or family member. But you needn't buy anything. Instead, observe the grand old printing presses as they perform their jobs. Of particular interest is the printer's devil as he feverishly pumps out leaflets on the Chandler Price Platen Press.
Fort Steele abounds in artifacts. It's a true living history museum. There are buildings of every description: churches, schools, homes, hotels, and an old opera house. Stop and admire them all, and don't miss the Perry Creek water wheel. There are plaques on many buildings and pieces of equipment, and they will explain many questions you'll have about their uses.
The Fort Steele Museum at the Wasa Hotel will provide easygoing history lessons for the whole family. Learn how the early settlers fared and of their interaction with the original peoples. And admire the attention to detail that was followed by the park's creators. The museum also features a fine gift shop, which is complete with mementos, souvenirs, fine china, and a host of interesting consumables.
Theaters, horse riding, and touring can make a person mighty hungry and thirsty. So a natural thing to do is make a stop at Fort Steele's Tea Room. This is an elegant turn-of-the-century-style restaurant. You can munch on light lunches, grab a hot or cold beverage, and feast on the pastry. There's no better way to spend your break than wrapped around a goodie in or outside the tea room. And if you're really lucky, you'll be treated to a down-south harmonica recital.
After your pleasant little repast in the tea room, how about a ride on the Fort Steele East Kootenay Railway? Depending on availability, you'll travel behind either the powerful Shay, a former log hauling locomotive, or the more refined Dunrobin, which was the personal engine of the Duke of Sutherland. You'll savor all this while on a delightful 2.3-mile ride around Fort Steele's hinterland. Midway, stretch your legs at Hoodoo Outlook, where you can again feast your eyes on British Columbia's fabulous scenery. The railway provides a thrilling addition to your tour of the Fort Steele Living History Park.
Not only is Fort Steele free to enter, but many events and activities will cost you nothing, but give you hours of enjoyment and a lifetime of memories. Glory in the majestic Clydesdale horses, admire the traps and buggies as they sail by, and explore the homes. Often you will see one of Fort Steele's many volunteers at work, weaving or spinning, living out yet more of the colorful East Kootenay past. Fort Steele is listed with all the major travel agencies. Much more information is yours for the asking. It's as close as your airport or a drive in the family car. Tour bus companies make the right choice when they offer Fort Steele on their travel agendas. Groups, families, tours, individuals, honeymooners, whoever, all find Fort Steele one of their most enjoyable holiday experiences. Each year, tens of thousands of happy, smiling faces lap up all this history and just plain fun. Don't you feel like you're worth it? Why not treat yourself to a visit at British Columbia's Fort Steele Heritage Park? Come on out and spend a day at Fort Steele.
Before you leave, please subscribe to our channel. It will not only help you stay up to date with our videos, it will also be a nice way to show your support for the volunteers who make this project possible. Thanks for watching, and please tune in again.